It's next time.
That was
there's
fast.
another one.
Yeah. So remember to like that smash button.
Smash that.
Smash that puss.
But seriously, guys, if you could just like, comment, subscribe.
It really
would
helps.
really
us
help
out.
out.
It really
this is
helps
our
the
job.
channel
This is
out.
our job.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time
It's literally my
now.
job.
Yeah.
That face when it is my job.
So I remember.
Yes.
Soda canceled a jazz performance at the De Young. So our jazz band was asked to play.
Cool.
Because we were the second best jazz band in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's apparently everyone at AP gave a shit about jazz.
That's interesting.
Yeah. We
You
had like
could
some
say
pretty
they like
famous people
jazz.
come in and play with us sometimes.
Nice.
And we had like a day's notice, and she was like, "Yes, come to school like at 7:30 tomorrow. We're gonna go play at the De Young."
Yeah.
And it was just kind of weird because it was just like, okay.
Like, guess we're doing this.
Yeah, we had like set everything up, and we were like playing, and it was just like a bunch of people in like nice outfits and shit, and like, oh yes, modern art. And we were just
The
playing
best
like
type of art.
jazz. Yeah.
Is jazz even modern art? No, it's good.
We actually played some real bangers.
Nice.
We played Mac the Knife.
Hell yeah.
We played Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
Even better.
We played Jingle Bells Coming to Town, the jazz version.
That's
and
sweet.
It's like, yeah, I know it's not that great to listen to, but it's really fun to play the bass part.
Okay, cool.
Then we played some actually like actual jazz stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't have like, because this was all kind of like, just you'd get a bass part and I'd be like, play this bass part because this is the best bass line. Sometimes we get stuff that wasn't, it's just chords and it was like make up your own bass line.
Yeah.
And but we'd actually play some hard stuff sometimes. Jocelyn mostly played the hard stuff because she had played bass one more year than I did.
Okay.
But we played the fucking Harlem Globetrotters.
Hell yeah.
Globetrotters. That bass part is absurdly hard.
That's awesome.
It's like actually just very, very hard because of how fast it is. It's at like 240.
Yeah.
But yeah, jazz band was. I don't even remember why I wanted to be in jazz band because I don't really like jazz music that much.
You just really were on that. Well, I remember it was kind of like you had to take an art, but there were only like 3 arts.
Well, because jazz band was an extra thing.
Oh, okay.
Because the band was just, that's what I was in. But jazz band was...
I wasn't even aware of this.
Yeah, you met in the mornings before school, 3 or 4 days a week.
Super tiring.
It just kind of wasn't for some reason.
That's interesting.
Because it was mandatory. Like, if enough people didn't want to do jazz band, we wouldn't have had jazz band.
Yeah.
But enough people wanted to. So everyone was there and was like, yeah, let's do this.
Okay, that's cool.
Leo was in jazz band. Leon was in jazz band, rather.
Okay, I can't say the last name of the person I think this might be.
Yeah, but they're trash. That person's trash.
Okay.
But Leon, I don't know if you knew Leon.
Was he a professional?
No, he was white, though, but he was Russian. He was very Russian.
Okay. I think I might know who this person is.
Yeah, he's very short, played
Yes.
piano.
That guy's dead.
Yeah, but just, I don't know, just everyone kind of wanted to be there.
That's cool.
I had to walk to school in the mornings. It was like a mile, so I was always pretty awake when I got there.
from where your house is, it's kind of a ways. Like, I walked 2, but it was like a 5 blocks maybe.
Yeah, because you're on like 40...
First.
Yeah. Street.
Yeah.
Level. Yeah, 41st Street.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
but
not give that cross street.
I'm on 27th Street.
Yeah.
Totally not 27th Ave, 27th Street.
Yeah.
In Baltimore. We live in Baltimore.
We Arcadia Bay, where we live.
Yeah. No, we live in Baltimore.
Baltimore?
Now. We moved last month.
We moved?
We're in Baltimore now.
Too expensive.
I wanted to hang out with Martin O'Malley.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Apparently most of America.
Oh, well.
Because really, this presidential race was all about just who do you want to hang out with.
Yeah. Who you want to grab a beer with after?
Yeah, and it was like, this isn't good.
No, it's really not.
But, yeah, but it was quite a ways, because I had to walk all the way up to the reservoir.
Yeah, because the reservoir is right between you
then walk all the way down.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, it was, it was a thing.
That sounds like a thing.
It was a thing.
Oh, to be 12 again.
Yeah, but then there are some mornings when it was just so cold.
Yeah.
Because generally, Because Miss Whitney was like, you have to get there like half an hour early,
Uh-huh.
even though I don't open the door until it starts.
Yeah.
So that was back when it still got cold.
Uh-huh.
And that was actually the year when it got to like the 30s.
Jesus.
And so obviously we had it in winter, and it would be like 40 degrees out in the morning.
Yeah.
And like none of the rhythm section could play because our hands were just
It's
fucking
so
frozen.
fucked, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How early did you guys get there?
That's what started at 9.
I think it's not earlier than that. Didn't it
I-
start at like 8?
I feel like it did start at 8,
Yeah.
actually. So yeah, I guess we got there at 7.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
It was dark half of the time when we got there.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
That's
it was
when I showed
hardcore.
up to jazz band.
We wanted to do jazz.
Yeah, that's some hardcore jazzing.
But again, don't know why I wanted to do jazz.
Yeah.
I think I just wanted to be in the most things possible because Miss Whitney liked me, so I was like, oh, I should do this.
Yeah.
And there was pretty much a free opening because one of the bassists graduated.
Oh, nice.
She's just like, yeah, if you just want to do it, you can.
Cool.
Because you can't play bassoon in a jazz band. Bassoon,
Well.
not a jazz instrument.
Yeah, I can. I don't understand music, so I'm gonna take your word for that.
If you've ever listened to jazz music and hear a bassoon, no.
Okay.
There's modern jazz bassoonists, but I don't really like it that much. But I don't like jazz that much, so there you go.
No. I think this is the part of the show where I would quote that scene from La La Land where Ryan Gosling just
Talks about jazz
incorrectly, but I'd hate that movie and don't remember that line. So
Kyle and I watched both Moonlight and Arrival a few nights ago.
yeah, Kyle was kind of talking about that earlier on, but
Yeah.
Arrival's good.
That was
Moonlight's
really
also
good.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both were really good.
Yeah, Arrival. I really enjoyed Arrival.
That was super dope.
Yeah. Moonlight is.
It was too confusing. There wasn't enough action.
There wasn't
Please
enough
make a
action.
good movie next time.
Yeah, I kind of wanted her to mate with the aliens.
Low key, me too, but
Right? It would have made so much
yeah.
sense.
That's for the fan fiction
Look,
later.
if you get fucking time powers
Yeah.
from hanging out, if you're that close to them, probably that kid was a...
Because then, like, the daughter could have been, like, then that would have made sense why she died. It wasn't like
Yeah.
she just couldn't live.
Yeah,
for
but
that
you
long.
can't bang Jeremy Renner. Physicist Jeremy Renner.
Hey, yeah,
Also, he
spoilers.
seemed like kind of an asshole.
He was kind of like I like that Jeremy Renner character because Jeremy Renner plays either just guy who's there or kind of a dick, and in this one he was sort of both.
Yeah,
But
but
it
the only
worked.
problem was that, like, after all the shit you've been through, why would you leave your wife? Because she's like, yeah, our daughter dies. I can just see the
Yeah.
future. I have... There's just literal proof I
Uh-huh.
can see the future.
Yeah.
Like, there's just proof I do not exist in
It's a
linear
fucking
time.
Dr. Manhattan meme.
It is a Dr. Manhattan.
You just
meme.
can't connect with that person because they don't exist in the same level as you anymore. It's
Yeah.
like
But he could have just left because she was like, yeah, our daughter's gonna die.
I think there was a line where he knows that, but he doesn't want her to tell him his future.
Oh, yeah,
And he's
Oh,
and then she like
yeah,
fucks
yeah,
up and like
yeah.
says it or like gets drunk or something and or like an argument, and then that's what prompts him to be like, what the fuck, and then
Yeah.
just I think probably because like honestly like speaking, if trying to put myself in that situation, as hard as that would be, if I had a child and then found out that child was gonna die, I would maybe want to remove myself from that situation because I didn't want them to have that emotional connection.
See, what I would do is just make sure that child's really fucking happy. Like, you don't want to go to school
That
today?
is,
Why bother?
Yeah,
You're gonna die.
honestly, yeah, that's.
Want some fucking ice cream? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Here you go. Like, you're gonna die.
Hey kid, want to try heroin?
Like,
I
we
mean-
could spend a lot of money now because you're not going to college.
Yeah. Oh, that's dark.
Like, it's dark, but that's how I do it.
No, that's honestly,
Like,
yeah.
why not let her just have the greatest life
Just have
for
an
a kid?
awesome life,
Yeah.
and then
You want a fucking Nintendo?
here you go, kid.
Here's the newest Nintendo.
Go wild.
Yeah,
here's
like,
a Nintoaster.
yeah.
Or like Nintendo don't.
Oh, man.
Hercules does what Nintendo
Nintendo.
Hercules.
So, yeah, Rival was very good.
Alright, well, I really enjoyed that. And then Moonlight's a grand old time. It's a real feel-good movie, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd recommend watching it if you want to just be happy.
Yeah, it's got some pretty great tracks in it, though. Have you seen...
The only problem with Moonlight is it's like, as a white person watching this, is this really my movie?
Yeah, And I get that, but I've never once had a thing. I kind of feel like, well, okay. I feel like I can't relate to this only doesn't matter when you're white. Like, if you're black and you're saying I can't relate to this, that's because pretty much every movie is about white people. So, yeah you kind of can't relate to this. But if you're white and you're saying I can't relate to this, okay, yeah, but then you got all these other movies you could relate to.
I'm not saying it was a problem with
the
movie.
No. I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm just saying I hear that sometimes from people. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, wasn't really a movie meant for me.
No. And the answer is no. Yeah.
Because I'm not a gay black person.
Yep. Living in Miami.
Not actually even gay that way.
Yep. It's...
I'm not black. I'm not even a man.
Moonlight is kind of like if someone saw Boyhood and was like, okay, but, like, what if, like, without the privilege?
Yeah.
What if this kid actually had a real problem?
Like, it's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really well made. And I'm sure by now when this video gets re-released, the Moonlight Oscar fiasco will be such a dead meme, but, like...
Yeah. It's only gonna be, like... Well, no, it's gonna be, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We are severe.
It's already almost a dead meme at this point. Like, there haven't been enough good memes to come
There's
out of it.
There's no meme there. It's just... They fucked up.
Yeah. I saw the Seinfeld one that I shared was pretty good. But that's kind of like... And the M. Night Shyamalan...
That was
yeah, that one was kind of funny, and the M. Night Shyamalan one was kind of funny. But, those came out, like, right... Anyway, Moonlight's good.
Yeah. Granted, I didn't see La La Land, but I don't think it deserved to win anything.
Doesn't, no. I've seen it, and it doesn't.
Everything it won for, and then showed a picture of why it won for that, it did not look compared to any of the other movies. No. It won for, like, overall setting, right? And, like, scene and set design. That should have gone to Arrival.
Yeah. It should. Like, La La Land is such style over substance, it's sickening.
Honestly, music should have gone to Arrival. Yeah. That had a pretty jammin' score.
Yeah, no, music should have gone to Moonlight even more than it should have gone to
La La
Land.
I mean, in my opinion, pretty much every one of those should have gone down between Moonlight and Arrival, because I think those just are two of the best movies in the last decade.
Manchester by the Meme.
Okay, I mean, I heard that was pretty good.
From Matt?
No.
Okay, because he's sucking that movie's dick.
He likes...
I heard
Casey Affleck makes other people suck his dick.
But I don't think Casey Affleck should have won anything, because he's a rapist.
Yep. Yeah. And as we've said, kids rape is bad.
Well, we've given a rapist the presidency, so I guess the Oscar's not that bad.
Yeah, honestly.
No, in all seriousness, though, he should not have won anything.
Like, the guy, remember, there was a movie about 6 months ago that came out called Birth of a Nation. It got a lot of really popular at Sundance because it's about, like, kind of, like, black people rising up during this Civil War.
Yeah.
And it actually did make a lot of money because of the fact that allegations against him, true or not, if they are true, they're terrible, that he had sexually assaulted women before. And so, like, he got, like, blacklisted from, like, all of Hollywood. Like, everyone started saying, like, no, boycott this movie, and it didn't make a lot of money. And that's what should happen, yes. But that kind of only happened because he was black.
It literally only happened because he was black.
Birth of a Nation?
Birth of a Nation.
It's named...
The new meme.
Yeah.
The new Birth of a Nation.
New Birth, not the old Birth of a Nation.
No, I got that.
Yeah.
Why, that one's so good, though.
It's a triumph of cinema. It's a triumph of...
Okay, do we want a weapon generator or EMP? Let's take the EMP, because why not?
Okay. So, La La Land seemed really trash.
It's not. Are we going to do... How much less do we have this episode? Because I could probably do a whole
6
episode of ranting about how La La Land
is.
Let's do it.
6 minutes.
6 minutes? Okay, so next episode, we're gonna just be me...
We'll talk about how good Arrival is.
We're gonna... Yes. So, okay, so, like... Honestly, I really loved how the aliens, like... The movie, the CGI was kind of, like, you could tell it was low budget, but it still looked good.
Oh,
yeah.
My biggest compliment I could give Arrival is it made me like sci-fi again.
Hell yeah.
I haven't liked sci-fi for the past, like, 4 or 5 years.
I'm diving out of an airship.
And now I'm just like, I want more sci-fi in my life again. I want to go rewatch old sci-fi shit I liked.
Because, I mean, really what this does, and I'm going to sound like a massive hipster, but this brings back actually... like what science fiction is of actually
it's about
science fiction.
It's about I like it because it's about just
not
like
space fiction.
Yes.
Yeah, it's about how we communicate with other
Star Trek
people,
Beyond.
which is
Yeah.
about what sci-fi was supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always an allegory for
Yeah.
racism.
Yep.
Literally always, yeah.
Pretty much.
And I think this just was a very beautiful job of that. I liked all
Totally.
the storytelling with time and stuff.
Mhm.
I thought that was interesting.
That's.
And I thought
yeah.
that brought up an actually good point as we're trying to kind of understand how time really isn't linear.
No.
Why shouldn't an alien species just have evolved to not perceive time as linear? If it isn't, why shouldn't they?
Yeah. And, I mean, I really love how it was done through editing.
Yeah.
And that was really well done because it could have been way too over the top and been like, okay, this is obvious, but it just was kind of like using the conventional forms of editing that have already been used in cinema and using that against the audience's what they think is going to happen.
I like how when she has the flashbacks, which aren't actually flashbacks,
Yeah.
it still feels like, okay, I get why she's still sad and confused.
Yeah.
Then she starts to be more confused than anything else.
Yeah.
You're like, why?
Yeah.
Right. But that was done really well. I
Yeah.
thought the design of the aliens was actually, like, practical, and that, yeah, that's not a bad design for life. Why not walk around on a bunch of squid legs?
Yeah. It's pretty... Squid elephants are they're cool.
And I thought just they did a good job of having, like, that, you know, as weird as their language was, it did, like, okay, I could,
Yeah.
This does seem like, it's very weird for having a writing and a spoken system be completely different, but that's just the way pictograms are, really.
I really liked how, like, because usually when they do, like, alien language or stuff, it's always just, like, English, but they say E instead of A and shit. Like, I like how they really went out of the box.
Oh, yeah, it's
with
just
this
whale
one.
sounds.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Which I thought was really great.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't it be whale sounds?
Exactly.
They're like giant whale squid things. They should have whale sounds. That's because that's what a creature that size would make. Anything really large just communicates on that level.
Yeah.
I broke a window.
Well. How's the game going there,
I
Kyle?
broke a window.
You broke a window. What's the plot you playing?
Scarecrow kidnapped the guy who owns this stuff. I'm trying to get to him.
Okay.
Cool, whatever.
Yeah.
So the only real
Anyway.
complaint I would have
Yes.
is just that the whole calling the Chinese guy and saying the words of his dying wife is like, the only reason that's a little weird to me is that would just mean, the only reason why that would affect the Chinese guy is that he knows also that they don't experience time linearly.
Yeah.
And it just kind of seems like, I don't know, you just never got that other countries knew that. You know?
Yeah, I actually, though, I do kind of love that because I don't know if have you seen the movie Bill and Ted, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Yes.
They just pull the Bill and Ted thing of like, okay, so when we get the time machine, we'll leave the key here later, and like that doesn't make sense, but it works. And
yeah,
it's,
no,
I kind of love
I
that.
thought I thought everything about that plot was
Yeah.
interesting. It's like
Yeah.
because she really doesn't experience time. It's not like, oh, she can see the future. It's that she literally does not experience time as linear.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know what's happening in the future.
Exactly.
Either. She's just relying on this guy to tell her. Which I thought that was really good. It's just like, I mean, it would take off 0.0001 of a point of my enjoyment of that movie.
Yeah, no, it's like that movie. It kind of had some plot. Like I remember watching it and was like walking out. And I wasn't like, this is the greatest movie of all time, but it's really enjoyable and it's really kind of different. And you don't really see movies like this getting made that much anymore. And
I thought the soundtrack was, you know, it was sci-fi movie soundtrack, but it was good. It was effective,
Totally.
and I think there was enough differences in it. I think they did enough, like just a little bit of change ups, just adding. They added a lot more major chords than you would expect, which I thought worked really well because it was a good juxtaposition as opposed to just having more minor chordy stuff the entire time.
Yeah.
But it was still, you know, the classic arpeggiated 135, 136
Sure.
score stuff. But I've come to think that's not bad. It just is a good film score. I think it worked for Arrival. It should feel that way, really. It's kind of thing where it's like, there's not much I would change in this score.
The director always kind of has scores similar like that. He kind of has very kind of ambient sort of foreboding sort of sounds.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. Did you watch Midnight Special?
Fuck me. I really wanted to. I really, really wanted to, but Midnight Special was one of those movies where it was out for like a week when it came out in the big screen. And I know, isn't it on Amazon Prime now? Maybe?
I don't know. I think Jack and I bootlegged it.
Oh, okay.
If we did, I'll just send you a link to where we watched it.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean,
legitimately.
Yeah, I really wanted to see that because it looked really good. I mean, I had just seen Joel Edgerton in the Gift, which is
yeah.
That's a rant for another episode of how much I love that movie.
Well,
but
another episode is now.
Oh, did we start?
No, we're just.
Okay.
Are we about to end?
So I guess next episode we'll talk about La La Land
how
and
it's
Midnight Special.
So terrible, and then if we got time, Midnight Special.
Yeah.
And if not, then Midnight Special will be the episode after that.
Yeah, because I have a lot to say about that movie.
Come back next time when the dogs